Hello everyone, welcome to the Evergreen Grove. Today I have something a little bit different for you guys. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be doing a reading that is meant for in between today, which is January 5th, and then January 21st. So I'm actually going to be reading in between the two eclipses that we're going to be having. So today we have a partial solar eclipse, and then on the 21st we're going to have a lunar eclipse. So I'm going to do a reading in between that time because eclipses can be very, very powerful, especially because one's solar and then one is lunar. And I'm actually going to be doing this kind of in a pick a card format, except I'm going to be doing a pick a stone. So basically what I have here is my bowl of just random assorted tumbled stones. And so what I'm going to be doing is I'm just going to be turning away and just randomly picking one, or actually, excuse me, going to be picking three, and then I'm going to set them all out, and then you can pick the stone that you are most drawn to, and then I'll be doing a reading off of that. Now, I don't have any set card piles or anything like that, so basically what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to just be picking cards, however many cards I, feel drawn to pick. I'm going to be working with, I already have the cards out here. I'm going to be primarily working with the Rider-Waite tarot deck, the traditional one, the OG deck. I'm going to be working with that, and then I'm also going to be pulling some Moonology Oracle cards for each. Oh my goodness. Sorry if you hear any noise, the laundry is running, and my cat is also playing with her little jingly mouse thing, so I apologize for any background noise. But yeah, that is the beginning, so intro, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, without further ado, I'm just going to reach in here, just blindly pick three stones. Is there anything else? Besides just make sure you pick with your intuition and not your eyes. I'm not going to be telling you about the stones meaning because the stones are just kind of, I don't know, normally if I am going to use stones, I feel like I should talk about like, oh, you're drawn to this stone because of this meaning, but I really feel like this is supposed to be more about the cards than the meaning of the stone, if that makes sense. So the stone is literally just there, like, I could use like pieces of crumbled up paper, it's just kind of just a thing so you guys have like a visual to look at if you're drawn to 1, 2, or 3. Sorry, that was probably way longer explanation than necessary. But yeah, so I'm just going to look away. I know you can't see my face, but I promise I'm looking away. Ooh, okay, so the first stone that we have is this amethyst. So that's going to be representative of reading number 1. Going to pull another card. Excuse me, stone. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so the second stone that we have, this is aura quartz. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Let me see if I can slightly, yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. See how it kind of has like that little colorful sheen to it, yeah. That is stone number 2 for reading number 2. And then last one. Ooh, interesting. We have cherry quartz. Oh my goodness. You can kind of see that. And then the lighting is not the best because it's evening right now. The sun is setting, so I have to use artificial light, but you guys get the drill. Okay. Put that back. All right, so reading number 1, amethyst. Reading number 2, aura quartz. And reading number 3, cherry quartz. Okay. I hope those are centered. I hope you guys can see them. I think you can. Pretty sure you can. Okay. But yeah, so this is 1, 2, and 3 again, and we're going to start with number 1. So if you feel the most drawn to amethyst, we are going to begin with that. Ow, I just hit my elbow on that book. Okay, so we're gonna put amethyst right here. All right, and let us begin. I have not shuffled the cards, so we're going to be shuffling them. So, right off the bat, I'm feeling kind of a very unique energy right now. I think the best way to put it is it feels like forced calmness, if that makes sense. it feels like there's going to be a lot of events happening in between the 5th and the 20th or 21st, depending on where you are. But even though I feel like events that are happening are pretty chaotic, you're going to be very much calm. You're going to force yourself to be calm, keep a level head. That's what this energy feels like. Because I'm trying to figure out the best way to explain this. It's really hard to explain energy, and any of you guys who do energy work are going to know what I'm talking about, but it's very hard to put into words. It's almost like explaining a color to a blind person or someone who can't see color. It's similar to that. Basically, it's like at the forefront there's this calmness, there's this control, but there's like a note in the back that just feels like there's a lot going on. That's probably the best way that I can put it. So, we're gonna stick with that. Okay, I'm gonna cut the deck here. Alright, now we are ready to shuffle. Okay, so what does group number 1 need to hear for the events occurring in between January 5th, 2019 and January 20th, 21st, 2019? Ooh, that card. Okay, interesting. So we have the King of Wands. So the King of Wands, this kind of perfectly matches the energy I was feeling. You know, you're sitting on your throne, you know, you have to, you know, you're royalty, so you have to remain calm, you have to be in control, even if there are events occurring within the kingdom that are going haywire, you have to have this kind of poise, and calm status about you, because you're someone, see like an image of people, there's a mountain, and then you're at the top of the mountain with people below you looking up at you, so you might be working with some kind of project or doing some sort of like leadership role, and that people are actually looking up to you. Or it could also be that you just have that energy about you. You might be a life path 1, because life path 1s are natural leaders, and so people are going to be looking up to you. And so, but I don't feel like you're doing this out of an obligation to like, you're not staying calm and collected as an obligation to the people who are following you. That's just, you need to do it for yourself, and that's just kind of something that's going to occur because you are doing this for yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's probably the best way I can put it. Okay, so put that right there. Let's see what other messages we got for pile number 1. Ooh, come back here. There we go. Ooh, interesting. Okay, yeah, so we have the Magician here. So definitely okay, yeah, this makes sense. So the reason that you're going to be staying, you know, so calm and collected, even though your life to the outside may seem chaotic, like I almost see like, you know, when like two soccer moms are like talking and they're like, oh, just wait till the teen years, and the other one's like, oh, I just don't know how you do it. That's what this situation feels like to me. Like, from the outside looking in, it's almost like people are like, I just don't understand how they can have so much going on but yet still like have everything under control. That's what I'm seeing, is because you have all the tools that you need, you know? This is both mentally and physically. Like, if you're kind of some artisan, it's also like someone who works with their hands in, you know, to paint or, you know, craft or sculpt. You physically will have all the tools you need. Maybe you have a whole bunch of orders coming through, which you're like stressed about, you know, because you're like, oh my gosh, like I gotta get all these orders filled, but you know, stay calm and collected, and you know that you can, you know, maintain this because that's what you love to do. That's where your passion is. And also, you know, that might be a business for you, so you know that's something that you're going to profit from. And so that's what I'm seeing with the Magician, is that you're definitely, you know, you're going to be busy these next couple of next I think it's 2 weeks, the next 2 weeks, but, you know, you have everything under control. You have everything that you already need, okay? You don't need to go out and find anything. You're mentally strong and you're mentally able to, you know, go through it. Yeah, that's everything that's coming through for these 2 cards. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, hold up. One of these cards just flipped. There we go. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, I definitely see this might be a business thing. As I stated earlier, yeah, if you are definitely someone who are in some kind of business where you take orders or you make things, or you're even in the planning, you know, like stages, maybe you almost see like a wedding planner for some reason. That's coming to mind. An image of a wedding planner. So maybe one of you guys out there is a wedding planner who's going to be having a lot of weddings to plan or something. I'm not sure, but basically, if you have any kind of business or anything, you're going to have a bunch of influx of that coming in, which is a good thing. I'm feeling like you're very grateful for that, and you know, I feel like you really love what you do, but it's going to be stressful because you're going to be like, wait, what? What is happening? There's also a bunch of yellow in these cards. Let me grab these. Yeah, as you can see, you know, you got yellow throne, yellow cape, yellow background, and also yellow background. So I don't know why I felt the need to mention that, but maybe look into like what maybe your aura color is yellow, or maybe see you also working with yellow. I don't know why, but I feel like yellow might be a color that you're noticing a lot, or maybe you're just working with. You know, like if you're a wedding planner, maybe they want a whole bunch of yellow at their wedding. I don't know. But yeah, a bunch of yellow in these cards. If this card isn't about, if you don't, you know, work or you're not, you know, in business or anything like that, I simply see this as a bunch of, I almost want to say like favors from other people. Like maybe people, you know, they might be like, hey, would you mind doing this? Or like, hey, could you pick this up for me? Like stuff like that. And it feels like you're honestly like one of those people where in your mind you're like, no, but you say yes anyway because you want to, you know, help your friend out. So I feel like that also might be something that's coming through for you. Yeah, that's all the messages that are coming in for me with those cards, but I feel like we still got some more cards to pull for you. So, alright, I guess it's that one. Interesting. Might be walking away from some of these. Okay, I see like maybe not necessarily like walking away, but you're gonna postpone some stuff. You're definitely gonna be postponing things, and that could be both. Like if you're in a business, maybe you'll be like, hey, I can't get your order done until this, or like, you know, hey, we're booked up until this, you know, or I can't do that favor for you right now, but you know, if you can wait a few days, I can do it later. But you also see you're going to be walking away from some personal things. Like, I really want to do this, but I can't because of this. Like, I really want to do this, but I can't because of this. So, definitely a super busy time for you guys. That is, like, literally, like, the core of this message. Like, in between the 5th and the 20th, 21st. Like, super, super busy. Yeah. That's honestly all. Yeah, I mean, I wish there was more to it, but I feel like that's really all the universe has to say for you right now, is that's like the main message. And I'm gonna pull, if I can open up my cards. This box does not like me. So I'm going to pull some Moonology Oracle cards for you. Okay, I'm actually going to move this over here so I have room to work with. Okay, so I just shuffle them real quick. And I will pull, I don't know how many I'm going to pull. Honestly, this is like just a whatever the universe tells me is what I'm going to do type thing. So. Okay. let's see what kind of oracle card you guys need. Okay, interesting. You have a bunch, but I'm only going to take the top one because that's what I'm feel told to do. Okay. It's time to take action. I've seen this card so much recently. Okay, yeah, it's time to take action. You're going to have to get down to work. You're going to have to just buckle up and do it. You're going to have that self-discipline to really do it. Like for me personally, one of my resolutions this year has been to get up and work out a whole lot. And let me tell you, when I wake up in the morning, all I really want to do is roll over in bed and go right back to sleep. But I don't. I take action. I get up and I go to the gym. So far, I've gone every day. Yes, thank you. But yeah, so it's definitely, I feel like you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to, but get up. Do it. You got this. I believe in you. The universe believes in you. Like, you're good. You've got this. All right. I feel like I should pull another one. I feel like I shuffled, I think, twice. And I feel like I should pull 2 cards. I don't know. That's just what is speaking to me right now. So let's see what other oracle card. There we go. Beautiful. It's time. Oh my goodness. I love when cards, like, align so well. Like, it's I don't really have to do much psychic work. I can just be like, yeah, this it's time to release negativity. Yeah, so like I said earlier, that I just want to lay in bed, or I don't want to do this, I just want to watch Netflix and eat pizza. Like, stop that negative thinking and get to it, because the more negative thinking you do, the harder it's going to be for you to actually do it. So think positively about this. Be like, yes, I'm going to make this so I can get money, so I can, buy more supplies, so I can make more things, so I can, make more money and, pay bills and also get things that I want, all that kind of stuff. So anytime, you have that work you need to do, you got chores, you got favors, you got business things you got to do, just think positively about it. I'm going to do this favor because my friend is a good friend, and, this is the least I can do for them. Or, like, I'm going to do this chore because it'll make me feel better, it'll make the house cleaner, So don't, release any negative emotions towards that. You want to make sure that you stay nice and you stay positive. All right, guys, that was a really short and sweet reading. Definitely, I'm going to leave these cards out because these are other readings. But definitely, yeah, as far as I can see, it's just might be a bit of a stressful time. But overall, like, it's going to be very productive 2 weeks for you guys. So thank you for pile 1, or I guess if you chose amethyst. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to check out all my social medias and stuff and my Etsy store, it's in the description below. And now we're going to move on to the second reading, which was the Aura Quartz. So let me just shuffle these up for you, and we will get started with your reading. All right, come on. Okay, already. This might be a little bit of a struggle for you guys, or, it definitely could just be my shuffling sucks. But I feel like these cards, if you saw, they kind of were struggling to come together. Okay, so similar to group 1, very similar to where it's going to be a very busy week. I feel like schools, if you picked this pile, you might be still in school or in college or taking some kind of classes. But I definitely feel that you're going to be stressed about that. You have stuff that you need to do that you don't really want to do, is what I'm feeling right now. It's not like negative or anything. It's not going to negatively affect you, but there is that kind of negative thinking that I'm feeling with it. It's that, like, I don't want to do this, but I have to type thing, I myself am a college student. I go to university here, and so, like, I completely understand what that's like. Sometimes you got those early classes and you're just like, I would much rather sleep. Been there, done that. I understand completely. But weird noises happening. I don't know what's going on in my roommate's room right now, but there's music playing. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I can hear it. But want to shuffle, then we'll cut the deck. Oh, yep, see, there's like some kind of struggle. The cards just don't want to go together. Some kind of struggle happening. Let's we'll see what that is all about, though. Woo! Warm cards. Very warm cards. All right. Let's see what we got for pile number 2 between the 5th and the 20th, 21st. Didn't even let me finish talking. Interesting. 4 of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, I definitely feel like you're going to be a bit possessive with your own self. Typically this has to do with money, but I'm really not seeing it as being very, like money focused. I feel like it's more so like you're going to be very much like focused in on yourself, and it's not in a selfish way. I don't feel like it's in a selfish way, but it's more so in a way that like I need to do this type thing. Like I need to take time for myself. Yeah, I need to take time for myself and get things done that I need to get done. I see like maybe catching up on a book that you are currently reading. I see that. I see you getting supplies that you might not necessarily need. Like I just had a vision of like being in Target in like in the actually in the school aisle, so getting school supplies. So yeah, definitely you might be a student if you pick this deck. It might be getting prepared for classes to start. That's what I'm seeing. But I also feel like you're going to be buying things that are more so you don't need them, but they're kind of stress relievers. So yeah, again, maybe a new book, new video game, a stress ball is also coming into my mind. Yeah, something like that. More so things that people would be like, why are you buying that? Like, you don't need that. Like, what is wrong with you? But you're like, nope, I need this. Trust me. So that's what I feel with that card. Definitely more messages for you guys, though. So let's see what else is up. Interesting. Energy has changed now. After you buy all that stuff, there's a sense of relief. After that card of, you know, taking care of yourself came out, I got a huge sense of relief. That's so perfect. Oh my gosh, I love when this happens. Yeah, 10 of Cups. Definitely, like, once you get everything straightened up and in order, like, you get all your school supplies, you get all the things that you need, you know, you take care of yourself, you finish that book, you play that video game, like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna, like, all that kind of stress that was happening, that kind of, you know, negative thinking, like, oh, I don't want to do this, like, you're fine. Once you get your, you know, stuff prepared ahead of time, yeah, you're gonna be fine. That's that's pretty much it. I don't want to give you guys a 2-card reading, even though I feel like that's literally like the main source of this message, but I feel like I'm kind of cheating you out, so I'm gonna pull a few more cards for you guys. Okay, this pile drops, so I'm gonna pull the first card on top. Yeah, okay, Ace of Swords. Yeah, after you know, kind of run through that really stressful moment of like, okay, I have to get this, like school's starting back up, like, I'm really stressed right now, I don't feel great, I gotta work on myself, you know, like, however that may resonate with you, like, you're gonna be back into your, like, normal self, back into positivity, back into you doing you, like, yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. Yeah, that's the core of your message, guys. I'll pull 3 oracle cards for you, just because I hate giving you a reading that only with only 3 cards, just because, like, it's such a straightforward message that it's like, I don't know, I feel like my brain is telling me that, like, you're shorting them out, pull more cards, that my intuition is like, no, they got the message, and always go with your intuition. So I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards for you guys, though, because 1, that's what I feel like I should do, and 2, you'll get 3 instead of the 2 that I initially anticipated pulling, to hopefully make up for the fact that you only got 3 cards pulled. But again, the message was delivered. The message was there. Universe telling me, yep, they're good. They got their message. So I'm gonna shuffle 3 times as well. Okay. All right. Let's see what oracle cards you guys are gonna get. I'm actually gonna. Are those 3 right there? Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's 3. Perfect. It's time to take action. Okay. Pile or reading 1 got this too. So it's time to take action. Similar to pile, or I keep saying pile, but it's reading 1 because I didn't create piles. Similar to reading 1. Take action, right? Do what you need to do to get through, you being a little bit, into yourself. Do what you got to do, If you got to spend a little bit of coin, spend a little bit of coin, you know what I mean? If you need to just take a really nice hot bath, take a nice hot bath. Do whatever you need to do in order to get back up on your feet so you can be happy and satisfied and then be back to your normal and regular self. Get everything up a little bit. Okay. Your commitment is being tested. Yeah, okay, so similar to what I said about if you're in school, you know what I mean, and doing things where I was sometimes you just don't want to get out of bed, don't be afraid, just do it, get all your stuff in order. You're going to want to procrastinate for some of you. Not all of you. About 50% of you are going to want to procrastinate on getting things. Do not procrastinate. Take care of yourself first, okay? I know I personally, some of you guys may be in, kind of a depressive episode. That's what I'm getting with this card, which I can totally relate to. I personally am on antidepressants, and before I was on them, I would have moments where it's just, I would just literally, lay in bed and be I know I need to do this. I know it's going to make me feel better, but, I don't want to. So that's what I'm kind of feeling with this card. You really got to take the action, all right? Your commitment is being tested. I feel with the word commitment, it's commitment to yourself, right? Because I feel you're not going to want to get up and do things. I feel this card is saying that, you're going to feel the best kind of self-care is just laying in bed and doing nothing, which for some of you it might be. This card is definitely not talking to the entirety of you in that aspect. But for some of you, it's you need to actually get up and take a walk and do stuff like that. And then your final card is your hard work is paying off. Yes, 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 love that. Yeah, so it's time to take action, okay? Your hard work is paying off. You take that action, it's going to pay off. You get your stuff, you do that self-care you need. You get your school supplies, you get your life straightened out, you get back on top of your game, and it's going to pay off for you, all right? So that's what these, let me see if there's any more messages coming through, but I think... Yeah, we're done. So that was your reading. So that's what's going to kind of be happening the next 2 weeks. Basically, just take care of yourself, do what you need to do, prepare for the upcoming events in the future, and you'll be totally fine. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. All right, guys, so if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below, subscribe, whatever, all that jazz. If you would like to check out my social medias or my Etsy store, it will be in the description below. And now we are going to move on to the cherry quartz, which is really, really pretty. I like this stone. Even though it's technically not a stone, it's glass, but it's still pretty, and because it's red, it has its own vibration due to the color and blah, 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 blah. I could talk about that all day, but I'm not going to because that's not the purpose of this. Alright, so let's get into your reading for those who have picked reading 3. Ooh, interesting. I think that was a fluke by me, though. Thought the cards were getting stuck. I'm pretty sure that was just... Well, maybe not, actually. Maybe you're, reading number 2, and you're getting a little bit... Ooh, yeah, you feel stuck right now. Okay, that was... There I go again. I always want to especially when shuffling. That's something recently new that I've learned, is I've always just assumed if there's any trouble with shuffling, oh my lord, it's because of me. But I recently, you know, have learned that no, not all the time. Like with pile 1, I was able to shuffle pretty decently, but 2 and 3, it's getting a little stuck. So it might not be specifically my shuffling abilities. So yeah, I'm already kind of feeling, I think lost is the best word for number 3. I think you might be kind of lost, maybe a little bit stuck. You're kind of like, what do I do? I can go ahead and tell you right now, if you are watching this today, before, like, you know, tonight while the eclipse is occurring, go take a salt bath. Take some salt, put it in the bath water, mix it around. You can use whatever salt you like. I personally like to use Himalayan pink salt, but you know, use whatever you want. Go take a salt bath, right? That'll help cleanse any negativity out of you and hopefully help, you know, clear your mind so you can figure out, okay, why do I feel lost? Yeah, you really feel kind of stuck. You feel lost and stuck. Yeah, let's see what that's all about. So what do we got for stone number 3 between January 5th and the January 21st, 2019. Interesting. Page of Swords. You defending yourself against someone? Is someone kind of... No, I don't want to use threat because it's too much of it's too strong of a word, but like, is someone kind of challenging you a little bit? Are you getting frustrated with someone? Because that's what it feels like with here. I feel like, yeah, you might be the Page of Swords here. You might kind of be on the defense right now. There might be someone in your life that's kind of irritating you. Maybe, ooh, okay, yeah, someone that I'm sorry. Sometimes I just get messages that resonate so well that I'm like, oh, thank you. Anyway, someone I feel is definitely kind of not being who you thought they were. They're kind of being a little, they're showing more of their shadow side to you, and that's kind of making you go like, wait, hold up, what? What's happening? And so I feel like that's what this card is showing, is that you might be a little bit defensive, and because of that, you're kind of feeling a bit like, what is happening? Like, this is not the person I thought I knew, and you're kind of just like, excuse me? Like, what did you say? That kind of vibe is what I'm getting from that card. Let's see what else we got. I feel like I might be oh my goodness, might be pulling a bunch of cards for you guys, because I feel, okay, what happened here? Oh my goodness. See, guys, pile number 3, just messing up all my cards. I'm messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Alright, but you got 2 cards in this round, so let's see how they go together. Okay, maybe it's, oh, interesting. Maybe it's your family, or someone close to you that you would consider family. Maybe they're kind of getting on your nerves a little bit, and you're just like, what? Like, someone that you trusted maybe has broken your trust, right? Someone very close to you that you once have trusted might have actually broken your trust, and you're kind of just like, what? How? Hello? Excuse me? Like, this is not the person I thought I knew. And that's really kind of confusing you. Yeah, like on the outside, you're being very like, you know, you're being very brave, and you're doing it with, you know, you're handling the situation with dignity, but on the inside, it's really hurting you. I also feel like this has happened before the eclipse. Like, it's not gonna, I don't feel like this is happening within those weeks. I mean, like, this is going to also take place, but this has happened before. This isn't the first time that this person has, like, done this, but I do feel like it's recent. So towards the end of December, up until this point, I feel like that's when it has started happening. That's what I'm feeling here. I am going to pull more cards, though, because you definitely need some you definitely got some more messages coming through here. So let's see what else we have for this situation. This one wanted to come out. Interesting. 2 of Pentacles. Yep. You're kind of like, okay, you're out of... Perfect. God. I'm sorry. I still get so amazed sometimes when, like, the cards just show show the most perfect thing, and the universe gives me the most perfect images and words in my head. It just amazes me. Anyway, so this is why you're at a loss, right? This is why you're confused, you're lost, you don't know what to do, and you feel stuck because you don't know what to do about the situation. It's someone that was very close to you. It's someone that you really, really cared about. The word love came into my head, maybe even loved. But they're acting in a very strange way. They're acting in a way that you wouldn't expect. They're not being themselves. They're not being the person that you thought they knew. And you're wondering, is this going to be a temporary thing? Is this going to be... Are they going to go back to normal? Maybe they're just in a mood, or it's something that's really rubbing you the wrong way. So you're also thinking about, well, maybe this is just them now, because if this is going to be a permanent thing about them, I don't want to be near them. Like, it's throwing me off. I don't like the way they're treating me. I don't like the way they're treating others. I just don't really like their attitude. So that's what I'm saying with this card. That card's explaining your loss. Still got more cards to pull. Still need some, Ten of Wands. Yeah, definitely a struggle. There's definitely the relationship between you and this person is kind of struggling. But what I'm seeing is that because it's a 10, this may very well be a temporary thing, right? 10 is the number of completion, and then it turns into 1, right? Because 1 plus 0 is 1. 1, 0, 10. Yeah, so it's the number of completion, but it's also the number of new beginnings. So, could be that this is a very well temporary thing. I'm saying that this might be they might be going through something. Maybe sit down and talk to them is also something that I'm getting. Maybe like, hey, like, you okay? Like, is anything going on? Like, you haven't really been yourself recently. Some of them are going to be like, what? No, what are you talking about? But then some of them are going to open up to you, okay? That's definitely what I am seeing. I'm going to still, you got more messages. More messages coming through for you guys. Let's see. Oh, hello, what are you? Ooh, Wheel of Fortune. All right, so we do have some positivity coming through. Yeah, okay, so definitely what I'm seeing is in the next, these top 4 cards are kind of currently, and then kind of building up to this current moment. And then these 2 cards are talking about, like, within the next 2 weeks. Okay, cool. So, basically, this is saying, yeah, don't be afraid to talk to them, okay? Like, talk to them, see how they react, see how they respond, and then trust in your intuition, you know what I mean? If you feel that you may need to distance yourself from this person for a little bit, go for it. If you feel that, no, I need to stick around and help them through whatever the situation is, if there is a situation happening, go for it. This is saying that, like, look, you know, trust yourself, the universe is behind you, you know, I feel like you intuitively already know what to do, is what I'm feeling, but you just kind of wanted confirmation, right? So, I'm gonna pull one more card for you guys, because I feel... I'm also gonna pull oracle cards for you too, so don't worry. You just have a lot of tarot messages in between these. So yeah, these 2 weeks are gonna be very focused on family, friends, and possibly romance. I am feeling it more so with family and friends, not so much with a romantic partner, but it definitely could be. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So you have these 3 cards, but I really feel like it's the Emperor, which again, that's honestly just confirming that you know what to do intuitively, right? You already know what to do. You know what's up. You know what's happening. Yeah, that, like, you already know. You know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do for yourself, right? You know, it's that gamble, like, dude, is it worth my, my own emotions, my own mental state, blah, 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 to help them out, or is it, not worth, you know what you need to do is what I see with this card, and you're gonna make that decision. You need to make that decision within these next 2 weeks. That's definitely what I'm seeing, is I'm seeing that you're gonna be making this decision, and with the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like you'll know when the time is right. You'll know when the time is right, when you need to you know, call what you need to do. Yeah, that's pretty much all I'm getting from that. Let me see, any more messages want to come through? Definitely, before you decide to, if you are going to distance yourself or cut yourself off from them, definitely at least do talk to them and be like, hey, like, is anything going on? That's what I'm saying. Like, don't just leave, right? Because I feel like if you do that, that might be a rash decision. So definitely talk to them and see if anything is going on in their life, and then see how they respond, judge their response, and then make that decision. But at least give them the opportunity to explain themselves first. Okay, so on to some oracle card readings. I'm gonna pull 2 for you guys. That time it was definitely me being dumb shuffling. I had struggle shuffling them, but that time it was 100% me just messing up. I also tend to, because oracle cards are kind of meant to give you messages for guidance, kind of more so like what I need to do type thing. Whereas I think tarot cards more so tell a story. For me personally, I just find it easier to resonate with energy within tarot card readings than oracle cards. However, I do sometimes get energy from oracle cards, but when that happens, it's usually very, very strong. So it's either something that's very, very negative or very, very positive. That's just fun fact. Me talking while I'm shuffling. Okay, so let's see what kind of oracle cards you guys need. Go back in there. Thank you. I still apologize for any background noise. I'm 90% sure my roommate's boyfriend is playing his guitar, so I don't know if you can hear that or not, but interesting. Okay, so conclusions are within reach. Full moon eclipse, that's kind of funny. It's a new moon eclipse. Eclipse, my goodness, I swear. Sometimes I struggle pronouncing things. But interesting that it's just an eclipse. Anyway, conclusions are within reach. Yeah, so I feel like if you definitely take the steps to kind of be like, to definitely talk with them and figure out what's going on, you'll get that answer. You'll get that conclusion. You'll figure out what's happening with them, okay? Definitely what that card's saying. Alright, what other messages? One more card for reading number 3, please. Interesting. I just got the, I just really wanted to hum. So I feel like whatever decision you make is going to end positively, which, I mean, is kind of reinforced with the Wheel of Fortune card anyway, but just, you know, okay, I guess you're getting 3 cards because these 2 cards wanted to come out. Interesting. Okay, so pile 2 got the first card. So pile 2 got your commitment is being tested, and then you also have the energy is gaining momentum. So what this is saying to me is your commitment to this person's being tested, right? Your commitment to this individual is being tested, as in they're putting you in a situation where it's not favorable, as we stated. And the energy is getting momentum. So I feel like, to me, this is a sign that the faster and the sooner you talk to them, the better, because I feel like it's just going to get worse until you talk to them, and then you can, depending on how they answer, you can either help them with the situation, or you can be like, all right, I'm out before this gets worse. Very straightforward messages there. Anything else want to come through? Anything? No? All right. The universe says message has been delivered. So message has been delivered. All right, guys. So that is the end of your reading. I hope you enjoyed. I know this format is a little bit different, but one, I wanted to try something new, and two, it just felt like the perfect time. So yeah, all right. If you have any questions for me, be sure to leave them in the comments, like, subscribe if you feel drawn to. If you also feel the need to check out any of my social medias, they will be in the description. I love you very, very much, and I will see you in the next reading.